The Healer family is hiding something from us. Behind those playful episodes and heartwarming moments lies a massive change that's been subtly hinted at since the very beginning of the show. The perfect family of four, the complete household. Don't be fooled by what you've been watching. Today, I'm revealing the biggest surprise that's about to hit children's television, and it's happening in the very first episode of Season 4. Have you noticed how the later episodes of Season 3 started focusing less on Bluey and Bingo? Episodes like Cricket put the spotlight entirely on Rusty, showing his amazing imagination and athletic abilities that we'd only glimpsed before. Then, Space took us deep into Mackenzie's emotional world, exploring his feelings of isolation and his touching reunion with Bluey. And Wild Girls? That episode barely featured our favorite blue and red pups at all, instead giving center stage to Coco, Chloe, and Indy, revealing their complex friendship dynamics and how they navigate social hierarchies even at such a young age. These supporting characters, once just background figures who filled out classroom scenes or playdate scenarios, suddenly got full personalities, backstories, and meaningful screen time. This subtle shift happened so gradually that many viewers didn't even realize it was happening. But it was deliberate storytelling evolution preparing us for something bigger. This wasn't a random creative choice. It was a deliberate strategy by the show's creators, leaving breadcrumbs for what's coming in Season 4. The supporting characters are stepping into the spotlight, and their backstories and personal journeys are going to take center stage. Our inside sources have confirmed that Season 4 will feature significantly more screen time for characters outside the Healer household. This means deeper dives into their home lives, their perspectives, and their relationships with each other, even when Bluey isn't around. It's a bold move for a show that's been so centered on its title character, but it's a natural expansion of the rich world they've been building all along. And one character in particular is getting special treatment: Chloe, Bluey's best friend. The loyal, thoughtful Dalmatian, who's always been by Bluey's side, is stepping into a major role in the upcoming season. We'll get to see more of her analytical mind, her gentle personality, and how her friendship with Bluey continues to shape both of their lives. The evidence? Look no further than the brand new partnership between Bluey and Lego, launched in March 2025. Among all the supporting characters, only Chloe received her own Lego figurine outside the Healer family. Even more telling, one of the 5 new Lego sets is dedicated entirely to Chloe and Bluey at the playground. This isn't just merchandise, it's a preview of what's coming in the new season. Merchandising decisions like this are always carefully aligned with upcoming content to maximize viewer excitement and recognition, and it makes perfect sense when you learn that Chloe is actually based on a real-life Dalmatian named Chloe, who was the childhood pet of Bluey creator Joe Brum. The character has always held special significance, and now she's getting her moment to shine. Remember, Chloe was also the first character in the series to have an on-screen birthday, turning 7 in the episode Featherwand. This aging up isn't just a cute detail, it's part of a bigger pattern that brings us to our next revelation. Unlike most cartoon characters who remain frozen in time forever, Bluey and Bingo actually age as the seasons progress. This commitment to realistic character development is one of the things that sets the show apart. It allows the audience to truly grow with these characters, experiencing the milestones and challenges of childhood alongside them. By the end of Season 3, Bluey had turned 7, while Bingo celebrated her 5th birthday in the iconic Handstand episode. These age progressions aren't just numbers, they represent significant developmental leaps for both characters. At 7, Bluey is developing more complex reasoning skills, deeper friendships, and greater independence. She's becoming more aware of the world beyond her immediate family and neighborhood. Meanwhile, 5-year-old Bingo is leaving behind her toddler identity and developing her unique personality traits, showing more confidence and creativity than ever before. What does this mean for Season 4? Bluey will be entering 2nd or possibly even 3rd grade, bringing new academic challenges, more complex social dynamics, and chances to develop her talents and interests. She'll face more difficult decisions, more nuanced emotions, and opportunities to lead others. Most importantly, she'll continue to discover who she is as an individual who is separate from her family identity. Meanwhile, Bingo is about to make the monumental leap from kindergarten to big school. This transition represents one of the biggest steps in early childhood, moving from play-based learning to a more structured educational environment. For a sensitive child like Bingo, this will be both exciting and daunting, requiring all the resilience and adaptability she's been developing throughout the first 3 seasons. The big question on everyone's mind: will Bingo follow her big sister to the magnificent Glass House Primary School with its colorful classrooms and adventure-filled playground? Or will she forge her own path at a completely different school with a new set of friends? This decision could fundamentally alter the show's dynamic, potentially separating the sisters during school hours and giving Bingo space to develop independently of her sister's shadow. Whatever path Bingo takes, one thing is certain: Season 4 will showcase a more independent version of both girls, especially Bingo. Those small moments of courage we witnessed in episodes like Daddy Drop-Off and The Creek weren't just heartwarming scenes. They were deliberate character development, planting the seeds for a major evolution in her character arc. Remember how Bingo conquered her fears in Daddy Drop-Off, managing to say goodbye to Bandit without clinging to him? Or how she found her inner explorer in The Creek, venturing into unfamiliar territory and discovering her own connection to nature? These weren't isolated incidents, but carefully constructed stepping stones, transforming Bingo from the shy, hesitant little girl we met in hairdressers and dance mode into someone with growing confidence and agency. Season 4 will likely build on these foundations, showing Bingo making more decisions for herself, expressing her needs more clearly, and perhaps even taking on protective or nurturing roles toward others. We've already seen glimpses of her empathy and emotional intelligence, qualities that will serve her well in what's coming next. What exactly is coming next? What new responsibility could be awaiting our favorite red healer? Well, that brings us to our biggest revelation yet. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button, or you might miss the new season. It's official. The healer family is expanding in Season 4. Our sources have confirmed that there will be a new character joining the beloved household, and the evidence has been hiding in plain sight all along. Let's start with what we know for certain: Aunt Brandy's story arc. In the final episode of Season 3, The Sign, we clearly see Aunt Brandy sporting a beautiful pregnant belly. This visual revelation wasn't just a throwaway background detail, it was a purposeful conclusion to a deeply emotional storyline that had been building since her first appearance. This means Bluey and Bingo will definitely be welcoming a new cousin in Season 4. This storyline carries special emotional weight because of what we learned in Onesies. Aunt Brandy struggled with infertility for years, a notably mature and sensitive topic for a children's show to address. This struggle created a painful distance between her and Chili, separating sisters who had once been close. The emotional reunion in Onesies began the healing process, but there was still an unspoken sadness underlying their interactions. Seeing Brandy's pregnancy in The Sign was, therefore, not just a plot development, but a powerful moment of hope and healing. A beautiful, full-circle journey that represents overcoming personal tragedy and repairing damaged relationships. This journey will be fully realized when we meet her baby in Season 4, likely in an episode that celebrates not just new life, but second chances and the rekindling of family bonds. But that's not the only addition coming to the Healer universe. Let's talk about Chili's own journey, a storyline that's been subtly developing since the earliest episodes of the series. Throughout the show, we've learned pieces of Chili's complex relationship with motherhood. She experienced a devastating miscarriage before Bluey was born, a loss that has subtly haunted her character, particularly throughout Season 3. This past trauma has shaped her parenting style, influencing her protectiveness, her occasional moments of melancholy, and her deep appreciation for her daughter's milestones. While she clearly adores Bluey and Bingo, expressing her love through both playfulness and firm guidance, there have been multiple hints that she yearns for another child. These hints aren't just in her interactions with babies they encounter or in her nostalgic reminiscences about her daughter's early years. They're explicitly stated in the dialogue. The most telling evidence? In the very first episode of Season 3, Perfect, Bandit and his brother Rad have a conversation that reveals something crucial about the healer's future plans. I'm keen to get it done, but Chili, she wants to keep her options open. That's Bandit admitting he's ready for a vasectomy, but Chili isn't on board because she wants to keep the possibility of another child alive. This wasn't casual dialogue or throwaway banter. It was a deliberate setup for what's coming in Season 4. The writers intentionally planted this seed early in Season 3, knowing it would bloom into a major storyline in the next season. Still not convinced? Here's the smoking gun. When Bluey was first announced in 2018, a promotional image was circulated to media outlets showing Bandit, Chili, Bluey, and Bingo. But eagle-eyed fans noticed something extraordinary. Nestled in Chili's belly was the silhouette of another family member, waiting for their moment to appear. Our sources at Ludo Studio have been tight-lipped about the specific details. This is top-secret information, and anyone claiming to know the exact storyline is simply not telling the truth. The creative team has always been extremely protective of their storytelling, ensuring that each episode delivers genuine surprise and emotional impact when it first airs. This secrecy has only intensified around Season 4's premiere episode, suggesting it contains revelations fundamental to the series' future. Despite this veil of secrecy, we can make some educated predictions based on careful analysis of the narrative patterns, character arcs, and visual clues that have been methodically laid out throughout the previous seasons. The evidence points to a specific approach for the season opener. The Season 4 premiere will likely focus on introducing the new baby, possibly through a flashback episode centered on Bingo. This structure would allow the writers to address both the immediate present, Brandy's new baby, while also laying the groundwork for potential future developments, Chili's possible pregnancy. In The Sign, Brandy is credited with a speaking role, but interestingly, we don't hear her say anything on screen. Could she have revealed the gender of her baby in a scene that was cut from the final episode? It seems likely. Given these connections, the Season 4 premiere might feature Aunt Brandy visiting with her new baby, focusing on Bingo's reaction. We might see Bingo initially excited about meeting her new cousin, but then quickly becoming bored or unsure how to interact with a newborn. "I'm bored! Quick, Bluey! Run away!" This would create the perfect opportunity for Bluey to step up as the wise older sister, perhaps retrieving a photo album or suggesting they look at baby pictures on Chili's phone. This would transition into a flashback sequence showing toddler Bluey meeting newborn Bingo for the first time. The flashback would likely explore Bluey's initial feelings of jealousy or confusion about having a new sister, mirroring Bingo's current feelings about the new cousin. We'd see Bandit and Chili helping Bluey learn to be a big sister, giving her special responsibilities and showing her how to bond with baby Bingo. This beautiful parallel storytelling would then return to the present, with Bluey teaching Bingo how to interact with their new cousin, using the lessons she once learned herself. The episode would end with both sisters feeling connected to their new family member, proudly showing off their big cousin skills. Look at them, little tackers. We made them. While we don't have official confirmation on the name of Brandy's baby, fan theories are running wild. Some believe it will be a red healer boy named Buddy, providing a male presence among the predominantly female character focus. Others have suggested Buster, which has been gaining popularity in fan communities. There's also speculation about another girl joining the mix, perhaps a Bella. Whatever the name, this new addition will certainly be lucky to join such a loving extended family. As for Chili and Bandit's potential new addition, we're working with the temporary name Lucky until official announcements are made. It's a fitting name that captures both the Australian spirit of the show and the sentiment many fans feel about this family continuing to grow. One comment from our community perfectly captured why we're all so invested in this fictional family's expansion. The way I am so deeply invested in the happiness of the Healer family as a 32-year-old woman with no kids. This sentiment is incredibly relatable and speaks to the magic of Bluey. Regardless of our age or personal circumstances, this show has taken us on a journey with a family that feels real through their joyful, mundane, and sometimes challenging moments. There's compelling evidence that the Season 4 premiere will rely heavily on flashbacks to tell a parallel story about sisterhood. The show has already demonstrated its willingness to use this storytelling technique in episodes like Baby Race and The Show. A flashback structure would allow the writers to explore Bluey's experience of becoming a big sister while simultaneously showing Bingo learning to be a cousin. This parallel storytelling would provide emotional depth and continuity, connecting the show's past to its present in a meaningful way. The flashback might show toddler Bluey initially feeling ignored or forgotten as her parents focus on newborn Bingo. Mom, but rather than leaning too heavily into the ignored child trope, which has already been explored in episodes like Butterflies and Fairies, the flashback would likely focus on the positive aspects of becoming a big sister, the special responsibilities, the teaching moments, and the formation of a bond that would become central to the entire series. We might see Bluey reading to baby Bingo, singing songs, making silly faces, and gradually learning to share her toys. All skills she can now pass on to Bingo as they welcome their new cousin. Beyond the Season 4 premiere, we have some exciting news about the future of Bluey. While creator Joe Brumm has stepped back from day-to-day involvement to focus on the upcoming Bluey feature film, he has made it clear that the show will continue. In his words, "To be clear, this is not an announcement about the end of the show, but it is an acknowledgement that my focus will be on the film. Our sources indicate that Season 4 is already in production, with at least 7 episodes expected to release toward the end of 2025. This timing makes perfect sense, as Ludo Studio needs to maintain audience interest leading up to the movie's release. The proven accurate content pipeline suggests we might even get a seasonal special this year, perhaps a standard 7-minute episode, an extended special like The Sign, or something entirely new to tide fans over until Season 4 officially launches. Whether it's a new baby, a new cousin, or both, Season 4 promises to bring significant changes to the Healer household. But one thing remains constant: the show's commitment to authentic storytelling, emotional depth, and the beautiful chaos of family life. The addition of new characters isn't just about expanding the cast, it's about exploring new dimensions of the existing characters we love. How will Bluey adapt to potentially being a middle child? How will Bingo handle no longer being the baby of the family? How will Chili and Bandit manage 3 children instead of 2? These questions create opportunities for the show to tackle new themes and challenges, keeping the series fresh while maintaining its emotional core. It's a testament to the show's writing that even after 3 seasons, there are still new stories to tell and new aspects of these characters to explore. Perhaps that's why Bluey has transcended being just a children's show to become a cultural phenomenon embraced by viewers of all ages. It presents an honest, imperfect family trying their best, reflecting our own experiences back at us. As one fan comment so beautifully put it, "Imagine if we felt the same empathy and compassion that we do for this fictional cartoon dog family for everyone. The world would be a much kinder place." So there you have it, the real story behind Bluey Season 4's premiere episode. A new baby cousin is definitely coming, and there is a strong possibility of a new Healer sibling as well. These additions will challenge our favorite characters in new ways, while continuing to deliver the heartwarming moments and genuine emotions that have made Bluey a global sensation. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the Bluey universe, Season 4 promises to be a beautiful expansion of the world we've come to love. And it all begins with that very first episode, coming soon to a screen near you. Which character do you think deserves more spotlight in Season 4? Share your predictions in the comments below. We absolutely love reading your theories. And a massive thank you for supporting our growing channel. It means the world to us. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button before the algorithm buries us. Oh, and before you go, check out our deep dive into the episode of Bingo's death. The evidence will blow your mind. That's popping up on your screen right now. See you next time, you legends!